Yeah, it's going to be called Morning Good.
Shut the fuck up. That's a great idea.
Thanks for the F Shack. Love Dirty Mike and the boys.
Hey, are you Dirty Mike and the boys?
Really?
How you know
Think it's a
who
bad
we are?
idea?
That sounds fucking awful.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. I think I'm going to call it Morning Good.
Fuck that. That's terrible.
Welcome to Morning Good. All right, this is Morning Good. I'm here with Nathan Orden, comedian, and Derek Gonzalez, comedian.
It's actually comedian Derek Gonzalez.
No, yes. Dude, those are my favorite. Like in Florida, there's a lot of black comedians, and you can just tell by their name.
Yeah.
It's like Derek Too Fast Gonzalez, or like Bobby Punchline Washington, or something like that.
Yeah.
I think a lot of comics up north, they just go with something, the comedian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit is hilarious to me. I'm
Yeah.
Like, oh, I didn't know.
I saw some guy who was 18 inches, the comedian. I'm friends with him on Facebook. I'm like, there's no way this guy is funny.
I might change my name to like the poet Nathan Orton. Just to mock everyone who does that.
Yeah.
Are you gonna start wearing one of those those French bean berets?
I probably should.
Yeah.
My fucking hair looks so stupid.
I think it looks fun.
Oh,
I can't
thanks.
tell when white people hair looks stupid.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Both of you guys look fantastic to me.
Don't worry, we all have lice.
Yeah.
No matter what it looks like.
Dude, you're talking about poetry. Have you ever been to poetry mics? Like, and you try to do comedy in them?
Oh yeah. There was that in St. Louis a lot. Around here, there's so much comedy mics. I don't.
Yeah, you don't need to do the poetry
Well,
ones.
now everything's dead. So.
But when you find those poetry mics and you do stand up, everybody's looking at you like, oh, he's different.
Dude, they snap so hard.
They fucking
Yeah.
love it. I love that shit.
It can be good. There's one I had to do that was really hard. I used to do this one back in Florida, and it was like it was all black room, and it was always about like oppression and slavery. And then I'd hop on stage and like try to be silly, and it was like but it was good. It was like a good place to work out.
That is.
place to work.
Yeah.
But this one place I went to is so funny because it's like a serious poetry. Like this place is not like. Like that place, at least they'd like give me the time of day. They'd be like, all right, what are you going to bring? It was fun. But this place, it was like, the one dude, the host is just always like saying shit just like, I want everybody to get in touch with their inner child. Everybody pretend you're children in my poetry. But this one girl had like a slam poetry about like Wayfair trapping kids. And it was so funny. She's like, kids in boxes getting fucked. But it was like very like.
Serious?
Yeah, it was like she was like almost in tears just being like, but their asses are getting crammed by this. And you're like, this is
You should have just first line. That poem really turned me on.
yeah.
I didn't know this was so hot.
I should never wear sweats here.
Yeah. Those are fucking hard because like I've had it one time where a girl was crying before about her grandma dying, and I was like, I didn't fucking kill her. So please, like, I don't know.
You should just go up there and roast her grandma.
That bitch is dumb as
Give it up
shit.
for that grandma, guys.
Yeah.
Hey.
It is funny with COVID how so many people just like have been pretending they love their grandparents in the last like 8 months of it. Like, dude, I've never heard somebody come back to like, dude, just visiting my grandparents. It's fucking sick. Took her 4 minutes to get from one side of the room to the other. It's always like a horrible.
Does not have legs?
Well, I think most grand people they're just slow as shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
My grandma's fucking athletic as shit. She rides a bike. She is, how old is she? She's probably close to 80.
60.
Yeah.
Grandma's 45.
Nah, I think she's like close to 80. She's close to 70. Rides a bike like
That's awesome.
a fucking champ.
My grandma's in her 90s, man.
Lucky you.
Lucky me?
I don't know.
That means,
It's lucky she made it that old.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, your grandma's going to make it to 100 fucking 90 if she's riding a bike now.
Alzheimer's kicking in, bro.
Oh,
She
shit.
kicks in hard, bro. My grandma had Alzheimer's. Yeah. We played too many pranks on her looking back at it. Me and my cousin would pretend to get in fake fights. I remember one time he like had a bird and like was like talking to her like as the bird. Like it was a fake bird. Apparently she was like having a full conversation out the window with this.
Oh.
Maybe it wasn't just Alzheimer's. I don't know. Maybe
Sounds
The
fun.
dope thing is
Maybe
that
she
she
was just
always
on
asks
acid.
for me. She still always asks for me.
Uh-oh.
And I'm like, oh, yeah.
The bike's not the only thing she wants to ride.
Ooh.
Her grandson's cock is what I was getting at.
Yo, you're right.
Bro.
Are we discovering new things?
Wait, oh man, she's like, who's that? It's like, I'm your fucking son's son
Yeah.
or daughter.
You know what I will say?
Look like
There is
the
a
dad that left
serious
her alone.
lack of themed grandma-grandson porn. There's a lot of stepmom stuff, but like,
Because that's just, I don't know why.
I've been looking for it. I'm
It's
curious.
too real.
Yeah. Too many people have actually banged their grandma? I don't think so.
I think it's just the same video, just re-uploaded multiple times.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Then it
Can you
becomes.
believe he did this to his grandma.
Yeah. Because there's always like grandma-themed ones, but it's like they're speaking in like Yugoslavian. Like, it's amazing that the amount of incest porn, not once are they speaking in Southern accents. It's either like people that don't speak English or just like mainstream?
Yeah, well, it's a harmful stereotype. You know? Down south, they're just farming for us. They don't fuck their sisters.
I do know 2 people who fuck people they're related to in Florida.
Well, that's
Not by
that's
choice.
different south.
No, yeah.
Florida, that's not like farmland. That's like
Some of it is. Some of
Really?
it's like really swamp. It's such a
I'm an idiot.
Right?
yeah. Like the more North Florida you get, the more like South you get.
what?
Yeah, because South Florida is more like tropical.
It's like upside. Oh, wow, that's weird.
It's a weird
It's like
fucking
a
place.
mirror to the rest of the.
Yeah,
country.
yeah. It's bizarre, but I love it. Like I was back there a couple weeks ago, and it was just the most fun I've had. It's so funny because like New Yorkers are tough, but there's also like a pussiness to this city. Like
Yeah.
the snowstorm was happening, and everybody's like, "There's a snowstorm," and I was like, "What is that?" It's
No, those
it's
are other people. I don't believe it.
either they're like not from because I was so excited. People were like, "Dude, you never experienced a snowstorm," and like I played in it like all day yesterday and today. It was fun.
My dad texted me, "Hey, look out for the snow hurricane that's coming."
Yeah.
Or whatever. Just like, okay, I'll wear boots. Like it was
Maybe
totally
it's
fine.
because maybe that's what it is.
6 years, I'm like, oh, this one's fucking us up.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember one time there was a snowstorm where like it wasn't when De Blasio was in office. It was fucking Bloomberg. He didn't set out the trucks fast enough, and we just got hit with snow like crazy.
Oh.
So then people just started suing the city because this one lady was like, yo, my grandmother couldn't get out the house. The ambulance couldn't reach her. I'm suing the city. And ever since then, De Blasio's been trying to be like, yo, this is the storm. This is the storm.
Yeah,
But
I
he
get
never
it.
got it. He never got his storm. I don't think he's ever going to get it.
Yeah,
That kind of makes
we
sense.
should just
now.
sue him because he was wrong.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
about
The
to
storm wasn't big enough.
Dude, I canceled all my plans. I was supposed to go to New Jersey, and
Oh, really?
it's not a big deal. I was just going for like a mic out there because
It's funny.
that's how depraved we are.
You can't-
I was saying we got to start doing outdoor open mics in front of Cuomo's house, and then he will open up indoor dining in like a fucking week. He's gonna be like, "This is brutal. I don't want any part of this."
Comedians work in the indoor dining places. All right, go ahead, open up.
Who,
Yeah.
Who is it that said
Put him
that-
in basements. Definitely open up the basements. Put him back there.
Someone said Cuomo tried stand up and sucked, so he like hates us, and that's why he's. That
Really?
has to
I
be
don't
a
think there's no way
urban
this-
legend.
I would believe that story for some reason.
You would?
Yeah, hell yeah. Italian dudes always think they're fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, fucking, I'll tell you this fucking story. They're
Yeah.
always going to become Andrew Dice Clay at a certain
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, who's actually Jewish. He just like
He just
is
becomes
a character. Yeah, yeah.
But then Italians love that character. They're like, that's like my fucking uncle.
That would be funny if there's a different way. I've always thought about that. Like if I just pretended I was Latino and did like a Latin comedy, like but like
You could be Canelo, the Canelo.
yeah, I want to be like the bad version, like whatever the Larry the Cable Guy is, but for Latino comedy. Like I'm just on
That's
stage, like
funny.
oops, oh, just like with all these weird catchphrases, and like what if they embrace me the same way Italian people embrace Andrew Dice Clay? And some of my friends are like, dude, you're not Hispanic, you can't do that. I'm like, if you fucking ruin this for me, like this is my end.
Yeah. That is interesting. I've thought about that before. How Larry the Cable Guy's not really like that, so he's just
Yeah.
making fun of his fans.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
exactly.
kind of
yeah.
brilliant,
I'm trying to be the first Korean comic.
Yeah.
right? Just put on white face.
Yeah. A little bit more.
It's called Yellowface, technically.
I know. I'm turning into a pussy. I'm like, these podcasts, man. This is just gonna ruin my career someday when I have a career.
No,
But that's not today, so let's
Yeah,
let
it's
it
true. I
rip.
don't have a career. Put on yellow face and squint and be like, oh,
Oh no! Oh, have you heard of my dad? Ooh. Here's an impression of my dad.
That was the weirdest Asian.
I don't know.
Your
Well,
dad's so Asian.
fuck it. Who's that? Who's it? That bitch who plays? I mean, lady who plays. I hate women. Who's that person who plays? Huh?
Oh, Angela Johnson's actually
The
from- she
Family-
does a whole-
Lois from Family Man.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bornstein, yeah, Alex Bornstein.
Yeah, and she does that character. That's what I was. That's
Yeah.
what I was.
Oh,
But the thing is-
Trisha Takanawa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she does that one.
So that's the voice I was doing. So really, it should just uplift my career because she's doing great.
Yeah,
We can't show a difference of standards because I'm different from her, right? Gotta be
exactly.
woke.
yeah.
And I was
She's
just giving
Jewish though,
Derek-
so
time I do
she
it-
got that Holocaust card.
I was given a black man advice, so I think everything should be okay.
Yeah, I'm going to take it.
Pound it.
Pound it.
Boom.
Hell yeah, we got diversity on this. You're my third black person. One of them was technically born white.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa,
Yeah.
Okay.
She was also a woman. I'm like, let me try to get diversity, but just not. Just
All
as
in
little effort is.
I just want to pretend. Pretend to have diversity.
But it's so funny because like I have no fucking format to this podcast. I was really like looking at homeless people today, just like maybe I could talk about them some way, but they didn't give me
They're
anything.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw a homeless guy shit on the wall on 14th Street.
That is pretty gnarly.
And it was not even like in the train station. It was like where you're about to swipe to get in. So he just fucking shits and it's on the wall, and then everybody's just like, "What the fuck?"
It would have been cool if he did that. Like, can you swipe me in? You know how like he was like, "Can you swipe me in?" Just like as he's shitting. I bet you people would be like,
Hell no,
Yeah.
fuck no. You could stay the fuck away from him.
"Really?"
Hell yeah, you don't. These homeless people eat some crazy shit, bro. Like,
I've been
Other
intimidated
homeless
into
people?
giving money so
yeah.
many times. Just if somebody's giving me like a creepy look and they're like really getting in my face, I'm like, just take it.
Really?
It happens,
Yeah.
though. It happens to the best of us sometimes because it's just like I don't feel like fighting you. You're
Yeah.
Yeah.
hepatitis C. Walk.
My favorite though, I don't know if I've talked about this yet, but was the homeless guy I saw. He wasn't shitting on a wall. I thought he was because I don't know if we talked about this last time. Maybe it's weird. It came up again, but the dude had his dick tucked between his legs and was pissing out the back.
Ooh.
Yeah,
So
we talked about
yeah,
it.
well, I guess it came up again. But it was weird because like at first I was like, is
That's
that
the state of New York where we have to like constantly be like, "Yo, this guy was shitting. This guy was pissing."
yeah?
Never mind.
But it was so weird because I thought for a second he just had horrible diarrhea because it looked like liquid coming out of the back. But then I realized he tucked, like it looked like he was like trying not to show off his penis, but it was more disturbing that he was tucking and peeing out the backside against the wall.
Yeah.
But maybe he just identifies as a woman and he just can't afford the surgery. He's like, "This is how the close I'm going to be," and he just tucks it in and starts.
Does he
pissing.
shit out of the front too?
When he shit, yeah,
I
he
don't
does.
know how anatomy works.
But yeah, it was a weird. I don't know. I don't think he was transgender. I think he would have put more.
Oomph into that piss,
Yeah,
like a real female. You ever see like a fucking female piss outside?
yeah. He was standing basically. He would like squat it a little bit.
Nah, when fucking women piss in public, that shit is hilarious.
I
I just used to work at a EDM party, so I saw this one girl. She just like, "I'm doing it now, Becca," and then she just pull her pants and just a shit ton of water, bro. Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw the tampon string, so I'm traumatized.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I think it would be cool if you had superpowers and you could change your loads into diarrhea. So when someone who didn't like you sucked your dick,
You just shit in their mouth.
you just spray diarrhea into their mouth from your dick.
I feel like,
That's the dream.
but if somebody's already blowing you, you have so many other tricks you could play on them. Like you can shave the back of their head or something
That's
fun like that. That would be the funniest thing, just like the most conniving thing. And then you just shave their head and you're like, they're like, "Who? Why'd you do this?" You're like, "Oh, you don't remember me. You don't remember our past together."
That's like the movie Old Boy.
Does somebody shit diarrhea down somebody's mouth out of their dick?
Like it's a fucking long vengeance story, and at the end of like the guy's like, "Oh, you don't remember me? You don't remember?" And then it goes all the way back. He's just like, "Oh."
Ah,
But
yeah.
like that's the perfect vengeance story.
Is it a
Just
good
end up
movie?
shitting on. Oh hell yeah, it's fucking good. They have American version, the Korean version.
Ooh, I'll have to
Wait,
watch
is this? Is that the one where there's something with the
that. Wait,
dude's
did you play
son?
the Korean?
Yeah, the guy became Korean. It was the guy that plays Thanos, but he had a Korean accent.
Wait, are you
Are
you serious? Josh Brolin?
Yeah, Josh.
He
Brolin
played
was
it.
No, he was in.
Oh, I was so confused. I thought you were serious.
He was fucking Korean. Yeah.
He played a purple dude. Why not a yellow?
I feel like
it's not
if that-
offensive to say yellow, is it?
No.
Yeah, okay.
If you're talking about aliens,
No, it's about Asian people.
then no, you can't do it. No, you could do it.
Yeah, because
Pikachu's.
Pikachu's yellow.
yeah, we were talking about this on another episode. Brown is the weirdest term because Mexican people say they're brown,
Indian
people say they're brown, and Middle Eastern people say they're brown.
Yeah.
And also,
But Indian people will say they're brown, but they also say they're Asian. But most Asians say they're yellow. It's because it seems like it would be more offensive to call everybody a blanket term as brown. It's
Yeah.
not black or white
We're all pink. In our
on the
assholes.
inside.
your asshole's pink.
Last time I looked.
That you had a black man's asshole.
What?
Yeah.
What does that mean? It's just I fart. It's just like, hey.
Yeah. It's spitting out wisdom. I told you, brother, man. Oh man, black man wisdom is fun.
Do you want to all
Yeah.
talk like a different race for the rest of the podcast?
Yeah, I'm down with it. I'm a voice actor now, so I could actually do that and not get in trouble.
I can't nail
Well,
any.
you could-
Honestly,
you
the
won't
only
get
thing I can do is
You
like
can't get in trouble if
German.
you say you're a voice actor. If you say like if this video, if you never get video, and you could just do whatever voice you want, you're a voice actor.
Or we could just say everybody is a different race than they are, but everybody would know what I am. Nobody
Yeah.
would know what Nathan is. Actually, you have more followers than me. People probably, I feel like half my listeners might know you because I feel like half of them are Orlando, or half of them are New York, half of them are Orlando. So
No one knows me. Here, I'll be Derek's grandma.
Oh, I'm gonna ride this motherfucking bike. I can't remember shit. Where Derek
It's the
is?
first time I ride you, the second. I'm like fifth. Who's counting?
My favorite is hearing like a British person do an American accent. They can do some.
Nail it.
Yeah, they can do Valley Girl very well.
Yeah.
But I
Because
think
that's the stereotypical one. That's the one that's on
Yeah.
TV the most.
British actors are fucking like serious
yeah,
actors.
I fucking hate them.
because they've been doing it since
British
Shakespeare.
people hate it when you try to make their accent. They be like, "Oh, that's how you think we talk."
I'm like, yeah, it is.
No, I don't
bloke?
think that's how you talk. Every time I try to talk like a British person, I sound Australian.
Yeah, that's like aggressively.
Unless you pick
No.
a proper person, like a person you know. Like I try to do
no.
Idris Elba.
Oh no, I'm Ed Sheeran.
Sweet.
Oh,
You
That
sit-
sounds-
wait,
Ooh.
sitting. I'm Idris Elba now.
that's really good.
Yeah,
right.
you
That's
kind of
right.
nailed that.
A little bit of squinting, just so as I'm the world's sexiest man. You know.
That's really good.
That yeah,
Blimey.
you kind of look like him too.
You say blimey or blow me?
Both.
It's great.
I can only do like I'll do like the Cockney pervert one. It's like, I mean, stick your fingers in your bum. You like that? Yeah, you like that. Spread your pussy lips. Let me get in there.
Yo,
Oh.
shit. I felt.
I just do those around the apartment. My girlfriend fucking hates them.
I
She's
bet.
like, I'm like, you got those ice cubes on over there. What are you gonna do with them? You gonna stick them in my bum? I only got butt bum. That's I don't know.
That's
You
how you know
sounded
the-
like Alfred raping baby Batman.
That's the way. I can't.
Hello, baby. Oh, nice.
You're fucking
That's all I
talented,
do.
Dad.
I go too far to Australian.
For Joker Batman, he's gonna take his fingers and stick them in your asshole. But you have to be the stronger man. I don't know.
And I see that you like doing the thing because you make your face into like a fucking Cockney guy. It's like you really close, no lips.
But either way, I fucking can't do them. I'll do. It's so weird. Like I feel like accents you can do a certain like phrase, but then the second you try to talk about something else, like you can't.
Sweet,
Yeah,
sweetish,
yeah.
sweetish.
I feel like Swedish. I don't know. I think of like German when I think of Swedish.
Talk like this.
Swedish.
Swedish. I feel like I have to bob my head back and forth when I'm
So
talking.
a Swedish person.
Yeah.
Talk like a Swedish person like this.
Do I make
Is this
you
how they
horny?
talking Sweden like they talking? That's like aggressively.
This is a Chinese person.
The
Um,
Chinese.
yeah, I can do silly shit with my voice.
Yeah.
But I can't like impersonate or do a.
You don't designate your voice to a certain thing.
It's just I just have a weird voice.
You know what's my favorite
Yeah,
voice
but-
to do now?
Which one?
My favorite voice to do right now is Lil Nicky. I love. Hey, it's me, Lil Nicky.
Oh my god.
From the South, the deep South.
I haven't seen that movie in so long.
It's on Netflix right now. I was talking to somebody about it beforehand, and then I was just like, "Yo, I can't wait to see that movie. I might watch on my fucking hacked Fire Stick, and then it just pops up on Netflix. I'm like, fucking God is real."
My favorite is there's this like my buddy's like a huge Little Nicky fan. He's watching clips of it, and he deep dived into this one like this weird conspiracy theorist guy who like thinks everything's satanic. Basically, it's so funny because you just go through this guy's videos and it's like Little Nicky satanic, Kevin Hart satanic, but it's just so because like Little Nicky clearly it's about
It's Satan.
Yeah, it's about, but he like thinks like Adam Sandler, and the comments are so funny. It's like Adam Sandler and his Hollywood Jews are part of the satanic. But the dude doing the videos is so funny because he's the most clean cut guy. He looks like somebody my dad would like go golfing with.
Yeah.
He has like it seems like you can see pictures of his kids in the background. Like I
He wears,
get,
like a polo.
yeah, it's the funniest thing.
Your dad just golfs in like black robes.
Yeah, but it's so funny because like. You could just see his wife just being like, "Are you done with those videos?" And he's like, "Yes, 1 second." But then he's like, "Okay, so like the deep state and like it's so weird because he looks so normal. Like I got to show you a picture of this guy
I
at
need
some
to see a
point.
picture.
But it's the Kevin Hart one was hilarious though. Just like the reachingness on
Why
some
is
of
Kevin
those.
Hart satanic? What was some of his major key points? Was it that he keeps pointing with guns and that's
Like
trying to
he
damn
will
down.
take that and find it. Like it's definitely like a schizophrenic. Well, it'll take like numbers and like find a weird way to twist them. They'll be like, if you take this number subtracted by 5 and add a mental disorder, you will get this is Satanism, and you're like, all right.
yeah.
But it's just so funny that this guy probably just like went golfing with his family later that day and then went to Disney and just
Fucking swing his child around.
yeah. I'm probably not gonna find the video,
Are we
but
touching knees, bro? Are we
Sorry.
really touching knees?
Sorry, this
God,
stupid.
damn. It's okay.
man, it's so funny because I feel like I've heard a lot of people make the joke about how like there's not gonna be. Everybody's like, oh yeah, there's gonna be like way less school shootings. The kids are homeschooled, but I think the rebound from that is gonna be absurd because all the kids that are like, you know what I mean? Like
They're just planning them.
yeah, dude. How much time have they had to write manifestos in the last like 8 months? Like
You know
they've
how
got
many
it.
drafts they probably have. It's like this is my strong one, but like this one shows my emotion, but this one just incorporates it all. But like I don't know which one I want to lead with.
Yeah, that's true. I wonder if there's ever been somebody who's like written one And then they're like, this is fucking lame. I like just by reading all their words out on paper, they're like, I look like a bitch. I'm not going to shoot up the
someone
school now.
proofread it for them. They're just like, yo, that's spelled wrong.
Yeah.
Like,
He's
we're
like, when
trying to
you
get your
say-
message out there.
Yeah. You harp too much on the teachers and not enough on the other kids that you dislike. But I don't know. Because, like, yeah, that's weird. I mean, they're just staring at screens all day. It's like they're going to become more weird and, like, school shootery.
And they act like cyberbullying is like hasn't stopped.
Oh, yeah. That's probably,
probably like way more fun now. Like with Zoom, like you got his mom behind you, but like start fucking tonguing her down. That shit's
He's tonguing down his own mom?
no, that like some kid is bullying.
Oh, I thought, okay, I was very confused. I thought you were saying the kid had, the bully had his mom behind him, like his own mom.
Yeah.
And he's like making out with his mom. And then he's like, hey, mom, want to make out and make fun of this kid through Zoom? And I'm like, that's so weird.
Hey, mom, join in. Look at this fucking.
Yeah, your mom doesn't even fuck you, you bitch.
Where can I see this at?
X videos.
Nice.
You can see a lot of that on X videos.
Shout out to X videos.
There hasn't been any Zoom porn. Well, I guess OnlyFans is kind of Zoom porn. I don't know.
Yeah, would you? Oh, I saw someone posted something like, "No man would date a girl who has an OnlyFans."
That's a lie.
Is that
because
I would totally do it. Yeah.
Yeah,
There's definitely people dating girls on OnlyFans.
that's what I mean. Is like these girls probably have boyfriends
Yeah.
who can't pay for them,
Yeah.
Who can't pay for their membership?
right? Well, because I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, like
Do
if
you
it
guys
was
watch
just,
all the OnlyFans?
Yeah.
no, I
Do
don't.
you?
Yep. I paid
I'm
3 months one time.
I'm shocked that you would do that.
It was during the beginning of quarantine, man. I had nothing to do.
Okay.
I bought like
Support local
ass,
artists.
but like, I didn't know I was gonna get charged. I thought it was a one-time payment thing, so I didn't know I was getting.
Oh.
So I was like, I realized after 3 months, I'm like, oh shit, there's a backlog now. I just started going through all her shit. She was like playing with herself with dildos, getting fucked by her boyfriend. I was like, nice.
Yeah, because if you're fucking your girlfriend on video, like I don't see why that's, you know what I mean? I don't really care. Like, I could definitely date a girl. Like, it would be exhausting a little bit because your buddies would be like, yeah, you saw your girlfriend's asshole.
Yeah.
But like, aside from that, like,
But you're paying her $20, and now she gave me the allowance.
yeah. Yeah.
So I'm buying us all rounds with your money.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But it would be hard. Like, I don't think I could date a girl that like did porn and got like fucked by dudes on camera that aren't me.
Yeah, but OnlyFans is such a different thing. You know what I realized too? Quarantine made every industry like on edge because everybody's like realizing that you could just do whatever you want, whatever industry it is. It's maybe even being a doctor, low key, because there's probably been so many people that probably did like, I don't want to feel like going to the hospital. Can you just cut this nipple off of me, bro? And they're like, I got you. And then they cut a nipple off him, right? Right, Sandra?
We're at a doctor's house now. We're gonna see.
But
Yeah.
yeah. Underground.
I feel like we also though
industry.
will have a lot of people who think they learn shit over the quarantine.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? They're like, no, I spent 4 months reading this. I know how to like do this job now. And they're gonna be like, what the fuck? No, you don't. I don't know.
There's some people that are definitely think that they're applying it right, but they're fucking up so hard.
Yeah.
Like someone's doing the Kama Sutras to themselves.
I don't know how that works.
Hey, guys, bro, they made it work.
I guess.
How many ribs do you have to remove?
I think it's 2, right? But like it's 4,
Sue's-
right?
Sue's
2
like
pairs.
if you want to just do like the tip, I feel like.
I have a friend who said he could suck his own dick, and then we saw him lick his zipper. So I feel like he could suck his own dick if his
Yeah.
dick is longer than his zipper, right?
Wow, yeah.
But I mean, I don't think it is.
Was his
so.
zipper was his pants just hanging?
Yeah, he's got his pants around his ankles. And yeah, no, I almost got caught trying to do that. I one time tried to suck my own dick, and then like, luckily, like I had my legs over my head and stuff, and then luckily it was like 30 minutes later, my dad walked in and I was jerking off, and I'm like, if he would have came in 30 minutes earlier, that would have been a horrible thing to.
Who
my
hasn't tried
God.
to try to suck their own dick?
Yeah, I think everyone's tried to suck their own dick. The question is how often.
Yeah, or
If
how
you
hard
do-
you tried.
Yeah. If you're straining yourself,
Every week,
like you want it bad.
Yeah.
every week I
And
have
if you put a condom on, then you're gay because you're only sucking the dick for the feeling of the dick in the mouth, not for. But there's just some guy like that. He's like, yeah, I did it, but like, you know, I put numbing cream on my penis, so it feels like somebody else's.
yeah, I think gay people are super cool.
Yeah, they're awesome.
All right, now that the sponsors heard, no, I'm just kidding.
Sponsorship.
I was
butt
talking about this though.
plugs.
I'm homophobic in the weirdest
Prep.
way
Sponsored
because
by
like
Prep.
I feel like a lot of people like when I watch Anderson Cooper, I want to hear like I've watched InfoWars, so I can't go to CNN and watch it. It's boring as shit to me. Like I would rather Anderson Cooper talk about fucking dudes and like slide it into the news. I feel like that would be like most. I feel like the other side of homophobia is like I don't want to hear gay people talk about it. I'm like I want to hear it in conversation. Like that would be funnier if he was just like Trump and Russia are tighter than the threads between my anal beads or something fun like that. Like, if you just like, I think that would be more.
Throwing gay references out there. Kinda
Yeah, like I would.
like how like black anchors or sometimes like when they're doing the debates, they're like, and I told him, and I told him.
Yeah.
All the other black people are like, yeah, you told her. And all the white people are like, what did you tell him?
Yeah, they're like, they know what's up.
It's a throwback. It's a throwback to us.
Would you watch Anderson Cooper's OnlyFans? If he just
yeah,
talked?
absolutely. We just talked.
Just
It's
said
just
dirty
him
shit.
doing the news,
He's
but
like,
naked.
Hey, Michael. Is this what you wanted to hear?
Imagine you, because when you get a OnlyFans, sometimes they send like a mass message that goes to all their followers.
Yeah.
So they'll be like, hey, and they'll like, I think it switches out and put your name too. So they'll be like, hey, Michael, you want to see some hot CNN news?
Wait, is it like a good voice or is it right?
Nah, it's just a fucking,
Like a soundboard?
No, it's a fucking text, and they put your name in it.
Oh, I thought you were saying that.
Word.
Wait,
I didn't know that it was
one of
that
these.
You know shit.
This is exposed. Which one?
Yeah, that's the black people button.
Exposed.
Wait,
Just had security come.
this is solid, but doesn't it sound like Alex Jones?
Exposed.
Exposed.
No, maybe I'm just hearing him in my head because I've been listening to him too much.
So bad. Click the teal one.
Oh, this one?
Oh, okay.
That one's
Yeah,
great.
we haven't had opportunities to use that yet.
That's
though,
good after
because-
someone says something really like serious and upsetting. Yeah, my grandma has Alzheimer's.
Okay, yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
It's got a delay today.
yeah, it's pretty delayed. Yeah,
Now it does. They hear it on the podcast in real time, correct? Okay.
oh, that's so exciting. They're gonna love that.
I
You
already-
10 listeners in home, thank
They
you.
can't wait till we set up that by telling them what we're gonna do.
Yeah, and then do it. Yeah. Ugh. There's something weird I was gonna talk about, but did you guys have it? What's going on in your life? Do you have anything you came here to talk about?
Me?
Yeah.
Dude, fuck no. I just work and there's a pandemic and we can't chase our dreams. It's fucking stupid. I hate everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it, man.
You didn't you slow down with drugs? I stopped drinking this week, which I was.
I'm completely sober.
Really?
Whenever I'm over here and everyone's getting fucked up, I hate everybody and I leave.
I noticed that he looked at me one time while I was drinking a beer. He's just like, and then he just
No,
walked away.
I don't judge people because
I was not
everyone
judging.
does.
It was just like,
Everyone does. I just don't. I just
I like
can't.
it.
It's just so unfun.
Yeah.
Just seeing people get fucked up. It's like, all right. But I mean,
Because
what
it's
am
kind of,
doing?
I feel like when you're doing drugs, people talk a lot about it. Like, I feel like whenever you're doing coke, everybody's talking about how awesome coke
Yeah.
is. They're like, dude, coke is fucking.
Or they text,
comic on
or they
coke is-
text you only when they're on coke.
a comic on coke was teaching me martial arts moves.
That is actually pretty cool.
Really?
Dude, that's a fun, yeah.
Does his heart explode?
He tried to do the fucking one punch on me. That's where you like have it like this, and
Yeah.
then you kind of like, oh my god, I learned that shit now. So you know when you
Give
learn
it
it
to
from
my
some-
hand.
Did he have a ponytail? I think if you have a ponytail and own a karate
all
studio,
you
you
did
also
was-
have a coke problem.
All you did was scratch me with your nails.
Rawr.
It's called the tiger.
I was thinking about like just like jobs I had in high school. Do you have any weird jobs?
Yeah,
I'm aggressively trying to find a format to this podcast. So that's
Yeah, it's okay. Well, I do identify as a black woman.
oh, there you go.
Talking
No.
shit, queen.
I I worked in manual labor as a kid. I worked at a nursery. I would bag mulch and like lift heavy things, and yeah, I've had a lot of shitty jobs. Is
Yeah.
that what you asked me?
Yeah, I don't know why I was just hoping that somebody would have something
I
weird.
delivered
Did I-
steaks before.
Did I talk?
That's fun.
Stakeout.
Steak.
I got fired by some short bitch who shouldn't have been the manager. She had a fucking son that was like 8 years younger than her.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she sucked.
What a whore.
Yeah, that is pretty shitty. I had somebody get fired from a job. The only person I've hated is this guy from Scott from Witch. I think I've talked about this in the podcast before, but this guy, it was so funny because he literally, the only person I've ever really disliked in my life, the dude, like, I guess he would just talk shit about me aggressively
Yeah.
to the point where the boss fired him because she liked me. Like, I came in one day and she's like, "Where's Scott?" She's like, "Oh, he's gone." I was like, "Why?" Like, he was talking shit about you. And it was so shitty because that was the day I was supposed to put my 2-week notice in.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I was like, I was like, "God damn
I
it."
love putting 2 weeks notice in. I remember my best one I did. I was just like, hey, I'm putting my 2 weeks in at GameStop, and they looked at me and was just like, you're good.
It's GameStop. Who gives a shit?
I was so, but that's devastating as fuck. Just to like, this is your job. You're like, yo,
We
bro.
don't need you.
Yeah.
And I walked away. I was just like, all right, bye.
That's fuck. What if you need those 2 more weeks of checks?
They didn't care.
Yeah, fuck them. Those nerds.
And I
Yeah.
shut down that store. I shut down that store because GameStop's policy is like you can't have a bunch of returns at your
Mhm.
store. It just fucking fucks up your business. So I told all my friends to buy a whole bunch of shit from different GameStops and just return it to that GameStop. And then like 3 months later, that whole GameStop got shut down.
Dude, that's not petty. Wow.
Yeah, it's not a petty at all.
Dude, I literally think we talked about this on the last podcast.
No.
That's what
I don't remember.
worked
I
at a
remember-
sex club.
A sex club?
Yeah, I worked at sex parties when I was like 20. Yeah, 20.
Oh, hell yeah. What was that like?
Fucking dirty.
Yeah.
I was cleaning up in sex parties. I was bar backing, bartending, and just cleaning up after sex parties.
Did you ever you see like legit cum on the ground?
Yeah. The funniest thing is like everybody would try to have sour sex.
Sour sex?
They would try to have sour
After
sex.
a sweaty
they'll
day.
just throw lemons at each other. So they would have to try to have. Why am I fucking slurring?
Shower.
Shower sex.
Wait, why would they throw lemons at each other?
Michelle,
Because it's sour
Michelle
sex.
sold
Oh,
seashells.
you're kidding. I thought you were saying that they would throw
No.
lemons and they'd be like, we have to take a shower now. I'm like, it's a sex party. Why would you have foreplay? Like,
Nah,
you know
they-
what's going to happen.
They used to go to the shower, and then like I think everybody would want to try and do shower sex.
What would they do in the shower?
Fucking shit, kiss and suck.
Fuck
Like,
and
Why
shit.
would
It
you
kisses
fuck in
suck.
the shower with water?
Exactly.
Ruining the vagina juice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A lot of people were doing that and then realizing that this was whack. they
Turns
would
it
walk
into-
away sad and be like, all right, let's go into this fucking room over
Yeah,
there.
but I would assume they know, if you're going to a sex party, I would assume you know about sex enough to like know.
That's some people are just fucking dumb
Yeah.
and they don't know how to sex properly.
Can you say what part of town it was or where it
This
was?
was in Greenpoint.
Oh,
This was
okay.
in Greenpoint. All the sex parties are in Brooklyn.
Okay.
At least, I guess all the.
Were the people attractive there, or were they just weirdos?
Some of them were attractive, but then most of it was just like guys. I was just like, whatever.
Dude, Essex had attractive people because they had the poly parties upstairs, like the polyamorous parties, and like I would see really attractive couples coming up. I'd be like, hell yeah, because I normally when I think of like swingers, I think of like some guy in Key West who's like kind of fat with like a southern accent wearing a
Yeah.
Hawaiian.
But
Yeah.
these guys, well, in New York, everybody's a little bit different.
Would you swing with your girlfriend?
No.
I don't know if I'm like lame or an old and everything's changing, but because like
You wouldn't
all
swing?
this shit's disgusting. No.
Me neither. I like how I acted like I was with it, but I was like, nah, I'm not with that shit
Yeah,
either.
yeah. It's just I don't
Like
know,
I
it's
could
just
understand it if it was
gross.
somebody you were like just started dating and you're kind of like, yeah, okay, whatever. But like
Yeah,
I feel like
yeah,
4 years in,
And then out of nowhere, she pops it on you. You're like, fuck, what's happening? What's happening?
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what-
that's also a hard conversation to come back to. Once you suggest that, you're like, maybe we should have sex with other people. They're like, maybe we shouldn't date at all. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't think I could do that. Yeah.
I think I could, depending on, like, she gets one guy, I get 5 girls.
Yeah, that sounds like a fair ratio. I feel like the worst part, though, wouldn't be that. The worst part would be other people knowing. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like, I
yeah,
feel like the
yeah,
worst
yeah.
part would be like your boys just being like, oh, yeah.
I think the worst part would be another dude's cum in her mouth.
Yeah, that would be pretty
Yeah.
rough, too.
Sour kisses, bro.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good album. Sour Kisses.
It's an 80s band. I don't think you heard of them.
They were probably doing stuff like that in the 80s.
What, Sour Kisses? Yeah.
I don't know nothing about the 80s, but it sounds like a gay time. Just because of AIDS.
like
But if
gay
anything,
old
there's
time?
probably more open gay people now than there were in the 80s.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a lot more gay. But like, if you were gay back then, they were just like, oh, he's like, they found out, and they're like, you be a part of this whole secret world and shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I was watching this documentary, like there was like gay like codes or some shit. So like, if you're walking in a park by yourself, that was pretty gay.
Are you sure it wasn't just people
I'm
calling
so
other people
serious.
gay?
I'm so serious. I was watching a documentary about 2 gay baseball players, female baseball players, and they're old. They're old as fuck now, but they're like, we met in the park, and I told her I loved her. And there's like all the gay people used to just come to the park, and then sometimes you'll make eye contact with another person, and then be like, I'm going this way, and then they'll start walking with you.
Well, that'd be annoying as shit if you're just walking through the park by yourself.
That's
And
how
then,
it was weird. Like if you think about it,
because I feel like back then was the leather daddies too. So there had to be a lot of those dudes with like the assless chaps. And I'm going just totally guessing, but I assume you had a lot of that going on.
But that happened in New York too. Like a lot of people just walk around in parks. If you think like back in the day, they used to just walk around parks. And if you had a gay neighborhood like Chelsea or some shit,
Just jogging in the park and a gay dude starts chasing you.
He's like, this is not the sign. This is not the sign. No, it's not the sign.
he has fucking glow sticks. He's chasing.
It's so funny because I love that like culture of it. Like I love the that techno music and like the glow stick stuff, like that version of techno. Like I don't know what it's called specifically, but the gay techno that's like, you know what I'm talking about? Like the very fast pace, just like boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm talking about?
And yeah, they're always in motion.
Yeah.
It's all shoulders with the gays. Well, it's different. Well, at least at the EDM parties when I see them, it was always just like moving up.
I used to be deep into EDM. Not like I wouldn't wear like the all the like beads and stuff, but like we go to concerts all the time in high school because like that was like the only chance you get away from your parents for like I don't know. It's like if there wasn't a high school party, you could always look forward to going to one of those and just doing a bunch of drugs. Like people legit like rent out like limos and like party buses, like it was prom or something, just for like EDM concerts. But I remember one time we went and like we went there on the bus with like 20 kids and we left with like 3 because like everybody got arrested or like went to the hospital. It was like every concert you'd see people getting like ODing or getting dragged out. Yeah. I have like 4 friends that had seizures from too much drugs when they were like 15 at EDM concerts.
How are they doing now?
Some of them pretty good. Yeah.
There's one friend that just keeps switching sometimes.
Yeah, he's all right. Well, that's the crazy thing back then is all like these weird research chemicals. People are like, bro, no, this is like better than Molly. It's like 2, 3, 4, 85. And we're like, okay. And then the kid would have like a seizure. We're like, I guess that's a bad one.
Remember, mark down 38.
That's not the good one. That's not the good one. But that environment's so weird, though, because it's like half 15-year-old kids doing drugs and then half like 40-year-old people that are either trying to fuck the kids or just do a ton of drugs or don't know the difference because these girls are wearing these push-up bras. And yeah. So anybody can make those mistakes is what I'm saying. So
Chris D'Elia is innocent.
Exactly. His thing was so weird though, because I haven't seen anything specific about it. Because like the ones I saw were him like hitting up a 17-year-old, like want to bang. She's like, I'm 17. He's like, oh, never mind. And then it's like, and then a year later when I was 18, he asked me if I want to bang. And I'm like, that's creepy, but then some people said there's shit out there that's like real creepy. I don't know.
My ex fucked Chris D'Elia's opener.
Nice. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
What was his closing bit?
He's a terrible comedian. I'm pretty sure I looked at a skit and he was just like, it was bad. This is, that's what happens. You become friends. I'm a terrible comedian. I'm just trying to become friends with someone so they'll take me on the road.
That's the move.
Yeah.
I think now's the time because I feel like it's kind of like there isn't stage time. I've met people that are like,
there isn't stage time, so all you could do is make friendships.
Yeah.
That lead to the road.
Yeah, if I could leave town, I would.
To the road? Can I be your MC at least?
I think Lucas already is.
wait, he's your opener, but I could be your MC.
MC, you could do that.
Hey guys, Zanies guys, I need you to start clapping, guys. Give it up for your opener.
Yeah.
That's pretty good opening.
Well, see, I made the mistake of not networking with clubs before all this because I came here to like come up through New York and then do that. But then it stopped, and now I'm just sitting here at open mics with you assholes, and it's fine. I don't know. No, I don't see the point of anything anymore.
Yeah.
Bigger shows. Go to the bigger shows.
Yeah. Where
That was so fucking delayed.
I love it. Where's the shows where are clubs still doing shit?
Yeah, New York Comedy
They still
Club.
doing stuff outside, I guess?
Yeah, outside and socially distanced. I don't want people coming after me.
People, it's amazing. It used to be like if you said something racially insensitive, you get canceled. But now it's like if you're doing shows indoors.
Yeah.
But it's so funny though because then like none of those. I don't know. People are fucking aggressive. It's so funny because the second any comedy scene has a Facebook page, like I knew when New York had that outdoor, I'm like, this is going to become.
Yeah.
Dude, the hometown scenes I'm from are like, does St. Louis have one?
Yeah, they don't have a comedy scene.
It's fucking aggressive, dude.
Just one guy messaging you, hi.
There's always just like some random. There's in Orlando. There's some like crackhead woman who got like a record deal from like probably just some random dude. She was back. It was called like Trident Records or something that like was not legitimate. But it's those people that just like I can do an hour just because like they're high on crack and they're like you could talk for an hour, but doesn't mean. Yeah. And then she posts these videos like, "See you guys when I'm at the top, bitches," and everybody's just kind of like, "Hell yeah!"
Laughed it off.
That's crazy. Yeah, a lot of people in that New York one are just shitting on people for going to mics or whatever.
Yeah.
And this one girl described mics as overweight white guys being racist and sexist.
Yeah, and your comment was great.
Oh yeah, I love those idiots who they bring up racism and sexism while specifying the race and sex.
Yeah.
And she called him overweight. And she
so
was
you're body
fat.
shaming.
So
Well,
it's
your
like-
comment was funny though, because then you say, "Yeah, fat people shouldn't be able to do comedy."
Yeah. No, I made her look stupid, but she is stupid. I
Yeah.
haven't seen her at one mic.
Yeah.
That's the weird thing too.
And
I've
it's
seen
like-
a lot of people on the page. I'm like, who the fuck is this?
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, they don't
And
do
I
anything.
don't claim to be like the guy
Just-
that knows everybody, but
But that is the kind of like stuff I will do on Facebook. The only time I'll comment is just to totally troll. Like there's one guy who posted about how Cosby was innocent. And he goes, I went to high school with that girl. She's a lying bitch. And I go, I went to high school with Cosby. Really nice guy. I never saw him rape anybody. And the dude liked it. And I commented on, I'm like, hey, I think together we have a real good argument against the accusers. And he said, I agree. And I'm like, dude, I'm fucking 24. It's not physically possible that I went to
So funny.
high school with Bill Cosby. And I made some long comment. I'm like, dude, I remember these long talks we used to have about consent in his mom's kitchen. We'd be making pudding pops and stuff. And the guy was just like agreeing with me. I'm like, you were so far from understanding.
Really easy to mock people on there.
Yeah, they have
Yeah.
no idea.
people don't know how to read it properly. Get the emotion out of it. Like, no, he's on my side. No, I'm fucking making fun of you.
Yeah.
It's the best.
Ugh.
It's fun. But that's the only way to do it is like if you make people, if you're sounding so stupid that people look stupid for arguing back with you.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's what my aim was with my most recent. So this guy, Jason Johnson, he goes about Black Panther. He goes, I think T'Challa should be T'Challa. How do you say
T'Challa.
it? T'Challa.
You look over at Derek, you're like,
He says T'Challa should be recast. I've seen 7 white guys play Batman and 5 white guys play Superman. And then I posted it and I was like, I don't care what Dr. Johnson says. The Black Panther should not be played by a white guy. And I'm hoping people will be like, hey, that's not what he meant. It's like, no shit.
yeah.
It's just so fun to fucking troll and mock people. That's what
Yeah.
social media is for I think. Because I think I'm like guys like a decade younger than me are like on there killing it, like TikTok algorithm. I'm just like making fun of everything because I missed the boat.
Yeah. One that was funny was like somebody posted, people are going to hate me for this one, but I had fun with it. So there's a really fucked up situation where some kid got like shot riding his bicycle without a helmet. He was like a white kid. And somebody posted like White Lives Matter. And I just commented, maybe he should have been wearing a helmet.
That's funny.
And then I set my whole Facebook profile as like a salesman for like retrospect bicycle helmets. And then like all the comments are like, I'm not saying this should have happened. I'm just saying it wouldn't have happened if he would have been wearing the retrospect. Try promo code bike45. And people were like livid, but I was like,
so funny.
yeah.
Oh.
You know what I used to do? I used to go underneath people's pictures and put "I am Groot" and then like a sexual emoji.
I was like, what?
And then they'd be like, "What the fuck?" And I put "I am Groot" and they put a sad face. It's just fun to troll people.
Yeah. My thing is I'll do the birthday thing whenever random people accept my friend request or send me a friend request on Facebook that I don't know, I always accept it. But when it's their birthday, I make a long post about how I know them and shit. Because like if you're gonna play friends with me, I'm gonna play right back. And they always just like it. Like I'll say the craziest shit. I'll be like, when my mom was in the hospital, you were the one I could look to through this. But then I swear to God, I'll say shit like, but I won't forget our trip to Vegas. Who knew that chick was underage? Lol. Anyways, happy birthday. And they'll like it like nobody's ever said like, who the fuck are you? People just like it. They're like,
great.
yeah.
That's fucking great. I want to see your work. That's fun.
Yeah, I was thinking about making like a
Compilation.
because I have some really fucking
Yeah.
funny ones out there.
It's
Yeah.
fun. Yeah.
Do that shit.
Nothing's better than just mocking people on social media, man.
Yeah. Yeah, because the worst is like, dude, we all get that thing. When you see somebody post something dumb, you want to be like, oh, well, these are my opinions. But like, you're like, nobody gives a
Yeah.
fuck. Might as well just like, yeah.
3, 4, 5 years ago, I was an idiot who'd get in arguments on there. Now
Yeah.
I'm very ironic and play dumb, and it's fun.
Yeah, you gotta have fun with
My
it.
favorite
Yeah.
thing to do is just to pretend I'm an idiot
Yeah.
because I am.
Yeah.
But if I'm pretending I am, then it's not. It doesn't hurt.
Exactly. It's even more fun. Yeah.
Mm.
I like realizing I'm a dumbass. Like I remember I went to private school up until 8th grade and I went to public school. But in private school, I guarantee you I was the dumbest person in private school. Like I looked around at the classrooms and I was like, I am the dumbest person here. We used to get in so much trouble just all the time. But it was like you did anything in private school when you got in trouble for
It's true.
it. Yeah.
Like Molly.
Yeah, well, yeah, I was okay. I was also doing a bunch of dumb shit, but like on top of that. Yeah. It was weird. You guys both went public, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the way to do it. Your kid's gonna end up weird, bro. My private elementary school, when I left, they started making kids wear like uniform lunch boxes. I'm like, they can't express themselves through their fucking lunch boxes. That's weird.
That is really weird.
Yeah.
Fucking weirdos.
It's absurd. I remember my dad was talking about the meetings because my parents just have to go to meetings with me all the time. Because like my mom my parents told me that they literally thought I was retarded. I know that's not the correct term, but like back then that's what they were using. That's what they were using. And they like literally told my parents, like, he might be. Like, actually, I had to go to speech therapy because apparently I didn't talk at first as a kid.
You just
but then
Cogni.
But there's something.
Open up those lips.
He keeps saying "fucking you bum mum," and no, but like, and then I guess they overcorrected because like I won't shut the fuck up now.
Yeah.
But like I remember my parents always have these meetings like Michael just doesn't like apply himself. And then my dad was saying that one time he was talking to one of them and they were like, yeah, we're working on like Proverse, like some crazy stuff. And they're like, he just can't focus. My dad's like, who gives a shit about like any of this stuff?
Because the funny thing is, like, I don't know about private school, but public schools, they make sure if you have retarded kids, which is the proper term for them, but if you have them, they give you more money from the state and shit.
I think
So
they should just give you a cage.
Or leash or bib.
Or all three. Sponsored by this podcast.
But I love the special needs kids. Because I know them personally, I'm calling them special needs, but in general, they're retarded. But if I know you personally, you're special needs. But
they get that privilege of not being called retarded if they're
Yes.
friends with you. Hell yeah.
But there was one kid named Henson. I couldn't tell if he was Asian or had Down syndrome.
Okay.
Well, you know the origins of that, right? You know the term Mongolian or like, Mongoloid was racist because they saw it's super racist, but they saw Asian people originally, like English people saw them, and they thought they looked similar to people with Down syndrome. So they started calling them the same. They started calling kids with Down syndrome Mongoloids because they looked like Mongolian people.
Nice.
And then I saw a black Israelite try to explain to me. This guy literally tried to say that basically all Asian people had Down syndrome because they look similar to people with Down syndrome. And I was like, I don't think that's accurate.
Black Israelites are probably my favorite people.
It is a lot of fun.
I'd love to just go have
They have good statements.
like mock them in person. Like,
Well, it's always like
Facebook.
it's the same thing as like a different conspiracy theorist. It's like they always have like a little bit of truth, but then it just like they tie like 2 and 2 together. Like that makes sense, but then like something else will come and you're like, oh, this is.
I love it. I love people who hate white people. It's so fun to make fun of without being obvious.
Like how?
Just have a conversation and pretend you understand. Like,
Spec-
oh no, that makes sense. White people have tails. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, we do. I had mine removed. Anyways, tell me more about how the Jews are actually shape-shifting pigs. 'Cause that seems to have scientific backing. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But it's like
they stand down in Times Square, right?
Yeah. Well, it's
Downstairs, 34th Street.
it's very similar to the same thing as like the,
You're the one to your next meeting.
Actually, I have a bad place.
but it's like it's so crazy how similar it is to like the far right conspiracy theorists because it's kind of the same mindset that like
Yeah.
the government's gonna microchip us. That's like the common.
I think they are already. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You think we've already been microchipped?
I think I got microchipped.
Really?
I did my fucking antibody test, and apparently everybody else been getting like blood drawn out from their fucking veins and shit. They fucking pricked me like a couple times in my fingertips, and now I have like these permanent little dots. You see those little dots? So
Let me see those.
See, look at them. You see it, right? Am I bugging? You see the dots? You see
Yeah, I don't know.
Son, they know where I'm at.
I'll tell you what.
That's how I got blacked out drunk last time. I didn't get hurt because the government saved me.
That's so funny that like that idea of like a weirdly racist, like a super racist government that wants to like microchip black people, but also make sure they're doing okay so that they can enslave them. They're like, whoa, we don't want them getting injured. Stop. Keep them healthy because we want to own them. Like a weird.
There's my opinion on this is all these people are like getting vaccines on the air,
Yeah.
right? Like different professional, famous people, politicians. But it's like, okay, it could be a placebo, a harmless thing.
Exactly.
And just so, you know,
I had so much. I was like hyped up about that.
because, well, if they haven't done this in the past, oh, look at me, I'm getting it. It's like with the spoon with like a kid, like, oh, here comes the food.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll eat it. You don't eat it.
No.
You know, you don't really eat it.
Well, I have a friend who's a nurse who like straight like I don't want to say his name, but we all know who he is. He openly said he was somewhat skeptical about the vaccine. He's getting it now, and he showed a picture of it. But he did say he's like, I understand your skepticism because it's like it is kind of like
We should all be skeptical. That's all.
that doesn't mean you're like some crazy anti-vax
Yeah,
person just because you're
exactly.
skeptical of a vaccine that came out and super soon.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, I think it's totally reasonable that this virus is just a tiny bioengineered machine that's been used by the Illuminati to kill.
It's perfectly normal.
Makes sense. The best is like I will get in those conversations and then it spins that way and I'll try to like put it back together. But I'm like,
I want my fucking vaccine slow brewed, just like chilled out for a while, sitting in.
It's cool they put it on dry ice. That is kind of badass. It like comes out. There's like smoke coming out. They're like, this is
like
the
Mr.
vax.
Freeze.
Yeah. Time to take the vax.
Oh yeah, he says all those things to
Nice to meet you, Batman.
ice.
Allow me to break the ice.
I'm the governor.
Yeah. That is so sick that he was governor of California.
Bro,
Fucking
man.
awesome. Dude, that guy came from Austria with like a few bucks and
And steroids.
took
Yeah.
over the fucking.
Yeah, it was like $20 in like a gym bag. Yeah.
I'll be back. Oh no! Play the thing. Play the sound. The bad one.
The
The black guys are like, oh, I can't believe you fucking up with like that joke.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Sorry, but I
I'll
like
be black.
I'll be black. Transracial Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'll feel black on the inside.
Listen to me.
I told you there's another guy, right, who hit me up. Because there's that blackface woman, but then there's also a dude who's just a white guy who just does blackface and has cornrows and like hates white people. But he's like white, but he's asking me about the injections. He's like, bro, what's her regimen? I want to get on it. And I was like, well, she went to like a specific doctor in like, I think Thailand or something like that. And he's like, nah, I want to make them myself. I'm like, I don't think you should be making black skin and injecting it into yourself. Yeah, I don't know. That seems more dangerous than the vaccine, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Also, by the way, for the viewers, we're on the fucking penthouse in Manhattan. I love you forget how not ugly this city is when you're like up here. It's like beautiful, but when you're like walking down the streets, you're like, this place is gross.
Yeah. It would be dope to
Smell down
Just
there.
tall projects to me.
Yeah.
What's so cool is you look down on those signs, how high they are when you're walking.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
just
yeah.
to put things in that perspective. It's fucking nuts.
I'll get cocky though. Like I feel like I'll look at Manhattan either from Brooklyn or like from one of these views, and I'm like, this isn't that big of a city. I can conquer it. Like mentally, I think that, which is very delusional.
Fuck it. I mean, that's the right thinking if you want to be successful.
Yeah. Well, I think there's a mix because some people, I feel there aren't a lot of people that are like, I have no idea how I got here. I just, it happened. I think some people are like, I didn't know I was going to be this successful. But I think there's very few people that just had no idea. They're like, I just wandered into Hollywood, and I guess they threw me in. I guess a couple people are. Those are always funny. Like,
Isn't that like Jennifer Lawrence's story? She was just like, I was walking down 14th Street, and they was like, you should be a model. And now Hunger Games.
really?
That was basically her backstory. That's why everybody.
That is kind of sick. That's so. I want to see the look on people's faces who've like been acting since they were 9, and then they like hear her say that, and they're like, "You fucking bitch."
Yeah. They're hungry.
Yeah. Have you done any acting? I'm so bad at acting.
Have I done acting?
Yeah.
I took a class. I'm thinking that might be the way to go because
You have to have multiple venues. I mean, multiple
Yeah.
views of like.
yeah. Like I'm at a point where if I did become an actor tomorrow and was successful like in a show, I could fall back on stand up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's good to know. It's like you see these people who fall back on stand up and they can't do it. That's funny. That's always
yeah. Yeah.
They do it for a year and then people find out. But
Yeah, that's always funny because people are like, "Oh, well, they can still sell out shows." Like, what's her name?
I want to start an acting class. Or
Worlds Apart.
oh yeah. So that was before I took the acting class. Someone just knew I was a comic at my job, and they were like, "Hey, I'm doing this show, and I'm doing."
They fucked up the names. Catherine Cramper is over your head, and Nathan Orden is over hers.
Yeah, it's real.
Looks like they put a lot of effort into it. Is it a body switching movie? Is that why they put the names over the different ones?
Nope, just poorly made. But
It's my burner phone. I'll explain that off the air.
no, I
don't sell drugs. I swear to God, it's not that. It's so much lamer than that. But I'll explain later.
Is there? So I want to do it. I signed up for an acting class before in March, and then the quarantine hit, so I couldn't.
Dude, the same thing. Where'd you sign up for it?
Barrow, whatever. It's
I almost did that one. I did like HB Studios, but I was going to do that one. But yeah, the same thing. And then they're like, we could either refund you or we could do a Zoom acting class. And I'm like, I'm going to get refunded because I'm like,
Yeah.
there's.
I told them my first email was like, "Hey, yeah, I noticed I signed up for an acting class, and now there's the quarantine, so I just need a refund. Thanks." And they're like, "Oh, we're actually doing Zoom." I went right back like, "I paid for it in person, not Zoom.
Yeah,
Please
yeah.
refund me. There was a quarantine. I need to pay my rent."
Yeah.
Like they were like, "Yes, sir."
Yeah, yeah.
I like being assertive in email.
Yeah, yeah. Because
to
they'll try to pull
companies.
that shit. I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna
Fuck
do
you.
a Zoom acting class. It'd also be funny because I was quarantining with like my family, and that'd be annoying as shit. I'm just in the background, and I'm just like, mother died, and I have to save the children. And my mom's like, Michael, dinner's ready. I'm like, shut the fuck up, mom. I'm in character.
And then she stops like right there. That's what you
Yeah,
are.
use that. Use that.
It's a lady in a beret. She's like, oh my God, you're fucking fantastic.
Pretend your dad's walking in on you sucking your own dick.
Look that surprise. Take that
And
emotion.
you're like, "Yeah, no, Dad, don't look at my penis.
Don't look at my coke.
Don't look at my
I don't know if I
mouth."
could do acting. You guys are pretty handsome guys. I think I just do. I want to stick to voice acting if anything, because I
Yeah.
can do Chinese voices and
You're handsome.
it's gonna be fine. Thanks.
I
man.
love the idea of like like an acting thing, but it only teaches you how to do racist voices. Like it's only how to do voices of other races.
If you're gonna do the Asian voice, start squinting. So, or if you're gonna do the black voice, like act like your balls is heavy and just start talking.
'Cause
Man.
I can't do a black voice.
Yes, you can.
I feel like I do higher pitched black
It's right
voice.
there in your heart, bro.
Thank you.
There's a little black man in all of us.
Aw.
His name is Gary Coleman.
It's a little tumor.
Yeah.
Oh man, now I'm just thinking about like researching acting classes and doing something.
Improv classes are hilarious. Some of the exercises are just absurd. I took one here and it was so
Push-ups.
funny. They're like, everybody's just gonna be a sailboat today. And you're like, okay.
Ah.
You're like, is this really what we're paying for? A little bit sometimes you're like, I don't know.
That's stupid.
And the one guy was so funny. He's like, all those old comedians are out. The new stuff is improv. And I'm like, improv's cool. Like, I'm not going to shit on it, but don't like say that stand-up's like out because
Yeah, they're idiots.
yeah.
Those are just people that can't do stand up.
Yeah. Well, some people like, I get it. Like a lot of those SNL, like people like Will Ferrell and guys like that, like really got started in improv and got really good at it.
Mhm.
And like
Yeah.
came,
Yeah, that handful of people.
yeah. But not that guy who's
Most-
like teaching me to be a sailboat for an
that
hour.
Improv shit is harder than it's like to pop up like them. That shit is crazy.
No, some of it's very hard. Some of it's definitely harder than stand up. But I think and to be able to do good acting, I think some of it's harder. But he's giving me a look. I think some of it is, but there are also a
Say
lot.
no.
But I think there are a lot of dipshits that are like, yeah,
Yeah, I'm jaded because in where I started comedy in St. Louis, there was the improv scene. They were just all shit comedians and like weird losers who just needed friends, and they like ostracized me because like I did a show there and I did well, but like someone didn't like the jokes I made because they were problematic. It's just those type of people. So I don't respect them.
yeah. Well, it's funny because I did have a friend in improv. He was kind of telling me the same thing. He's like, it's weird that there isn't. It's weird that came out that way because he's like, why isn't there like a dark improv group? Like I would go watch that if they're like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I'd be like, that'd be sick.
Oh, I have a chainsaw. Is that a baby?
Yeah.
Like, yes, and
Yeah.
put it in its face.
Like that could be like I'm not saying all comedy has to be fucked up, but that would be a fun thing
It'd
to
be one
watch.
twist.
Yeah, I think everybody would watch that.
That
Yeah,
would be fun just to be that guy
Yeah.
in a regular improv troupe.
yeah, just doing that.
Like, hey, I'm gonna visit my grandma. Ooh, inject her with heroin.
Yeah, no, I did see some of that because I did it a little bit because I wanted to get better on stage. And this one dude who he randomly would just bring up like butt fucking pigs just in the middle of it. It was so funny because they would be like, okay, Daryl, we're gonna not do the butt fucking pigs routine. And he's like, okay, we'll do something else. And then he was just like, a pig's asshole is real hot. And it would just be like, yeah, it's pretty
That's cool.
It's pretty funny.
That guy's sweet.
Yeah.
Like that episode of The Office where Michael Scott just keeps getting a gun.
Yeah. Dude, it was literally just like
So
that, but the
funny.
dude kept bringing fucking pigs into it. Yeah. And then he made me his pig, and yeah, it was weird.
Is
He'd
it
do
pro-
private sessions at his apartment, and he'd be like, make the noise. I'd be like, no, none of that happened, but oh, that was a soft one. I like that.
That's a baby piglet, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, just
Can you do it a little angrier? Watch like I'm the guy. And I'm like making up like, yeah, this guy who did this crazy. Wouldn't that be weird if he did that
Oink,
and we did that?
Oh,
oink. That's seductive.
yeah.
Oink, I'm a fucking pig.
And that's the show, guys. Where can they find you, Nathan?
Are you serious?
Yeah, I want to end it right there. I like that ending. I like that.
Oh. You can find me in the club sipping. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna kill myself. No, I'm not back on that. I love life. You can find me at Randy Orton's brother. It's a joke because everyone just introduces me as that. So I just thought I'd take it over and own it to pretend that it doesn't hurt.
Hell yeah. That's your N word in a way.
Yeah, it's Randy. Nathan's my N word. Randy Orton's brother on Instagram. Don't take me seriously. I don't.
All right, Derek Gonzalez, where can they find you?
Officially Derek Gonzalez on Instagram. I'm so tired.
Yeah, is there anything else you want to promote, or you guys?
I have a animated short called Biggie the Turtle. That shit is mad fun.
Fuck yeah, check that out. And your podcast, want to promote that?
Oh fuck yeah, Monkey Don't. That shit's it's turned out better than I was afraid it would.
Yeah,
So,
dude, it's a blast. I did an episode. It's a good podcast.
yeah, it's not.
It's on the
bad.
Helium Network, right?
Yeah,
Helium Comedy Network.
It's in my bio. It's in my profile. When you go, shut the fuck up.
Put some love in that shit, bro.
Yeah, go to my profile on Instagram. It's doing well. It's funny. People like it. People say good
Yeah.
things.
Yeah,
about
no, I loved it.
it. And seriously, not my opinion, but
shit.
people have been like, this is good. People like it.
Fuck yeah. All right. Well, that was the show, guys. Thank you very much.
All right.